Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. The XRP ledger is changing. It is evolving. Now, last September, you may recall that Ripple announced that they had kind of switched their position and decided that they were all for pushing to have smart contract functionality on the XRP ledger, on layer 1, which they had very clearly been against, broadly speaking, and David Schwartz certainly had been. But even David Schwartz, one of the creators of XRP and the XRP ledger, he changed his mind and articulated a number of reasons why, and I made videos highlighting that at the time. And it's going to come to the, like, if I had to guess right now, I mean, technically nobody knows the future, of course. I think it's going to come to the ledger. It's kind of a question of time. How long is this going to take? But I got an update for you on this. I'm going to share with you commentary from a senior software engineer over at Ripple. And look, and I want to explain too, as we get into the, before I even get to some of those specifics, like the reason that something like this actually matters to you as an XRP holder. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. All right, so one of the topics that we've been discussing as a community, I'd say for the last year or two in particular, it's been kind of hot, is this idea of the importance of developer activity on any given blockchain. And my fellow XRP YouTuber, the Blockchain Backer, he's the one that really got the conversation going on this topic within our community. So hats off to him, that's for damn sure, because it is worth talking about, and he is correct, and he has data to show that those chains that that do have higher developer activity, they were more likely to hit a new all-time high as opposed to the competition last market cycle. That was one of the factors that actually materially mattered. And so I'm totally on board with that concept. That makes sense. Now, that being said, and I've broken this down before, but let's get into why this actually matters here. That's a metric. It's not the end-all be-all. And not that he even said that it was. Some people think it is. I strongly disagree with that. And I can point to a number of reasons why, like real-world examples that prove otherwise. For example, there was Tron, and at one point, I don't know if this is still true, but about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, it was true that Tron had the largest stablecoin ecosystem on the entire planet in the world of crypto. And this is a coin that during the 2017 bull run, it had a monstrous run. I can't remember exactly what price it went from, like, I don't know if it was like 8 cents to $30. It was something stupid like that. It's just a crazy run. Whatever it was, I kind of made those numbers up, but I'm just saying to give you an idea of like how big it was. And then it fell out of the top 10 coins by market cap. And Tron is the only coin that for any period of time has re-entered, has left that top 10 spot and then re-entered it since that bull run of 2017. It's the only one I'm aware of anyway. And I haven't seen anybody else point out any other examples. So that's kind of a big deal in and of itself, right? So why did that happen? Well, it's got the largest stablecoin ecosystem on the entire damn planet, or at least it did at the time, and there's still something to that. But then, if you look at the developer activity on the chain, it's effectively non-existent. You might as well round the number of full-time developers down to 0. Last I looked at it, it was like 12 or something. I think it was actually 12. I think it was literally 12 full-time developers. And still, it ended up back in the top 10 coins by market cap. So that proves to you that it's not just, it's not that there's one metric to look at to determine whether or not a coin is going to be successful. And some people weren't as convinced, though, because at the time, XRP, it had just been languishing, price-wise for a number of years. Now, I insisted that's just because it was artificially suppressed price-wise because of the SEC. And now, being here in February 2025, we got the benefit of hindsight. Obviously, that's correct. Now that went away and we entered a bull run, XRP has run. But back in the time over the last couple of years where it was less certain, there were arguments to be made that really the reason that XRP is not going is because there's not sufficient developer activity. Now, I never bought into that. I'm saying it matters, so I agree that it matters. It's a thing that we should be discussing, and I'm glad that we as a community have been discussing it, but I never believed that was the reason why. I always, well, as evidenced by the fact that despite the SEC attack, XRP maintained its position in the top 10 coins by market cap for that entire time period while the SEC was attacking, which is one of the worst things that could possibly happen to a crypto. It survived that. It stayed in the top 10 coins by market cap. Like, that's telling me that the world acknowledges that whatever XRP is, as it is right now, despite that attack, that is something that market speculators value. And what is that? Well, I firmly believe it's just because XRP, broadly speaking, it's really good at payments. It just works. So, like, the idea of Bitcoin from the get-go made sense. Like, that's something that's appealing. Bitcoin originally envisioned as a peer-to-peer cash system by creator Satoshi Nakamoto. Brilliant, absolutely, unquestionably. The problem is it doesn't scale. So now it can only be, on layer 1 anyway, a store of value. That's it. It's gold 2.0. That's how it's sold, right? That's how people market it. But the idea, the promise of this concept, there really was something to that. So then you have XRP come along, one of the first cryptos ever, so it had not the first mover advantage, but it was one of the first to exist, so it's got that advantage of being one of the first to move. And it was the first one that was really good at payments, and it just worked right out of the box, right out the gate. It just did. And it turns out that, and this is what I firmly believe, people simply value that it's good at payments. It doesn't have all of the bells and whistles that Ethereum has in terms of smart contract functionality, for example. But then also Ethereum, it doesn't have the tremendous speed and low cost that XRP has. So you don't have to have one coin do all things, and you'll never have one coin that can literally do all things. There's a reason that it makes sense to have multiple cryptocurrencies find success for various use cases, and they have different technical attributes. So that's great. And so to me, it's always been clear that XRP is here to stay, despite the fact that it doesn't have layer 1 smart contract functionality. And so you can look at the developer activity here, and this is from the developer report website created by Electric Capital. You can see Ethereum's at the top of the stack here. Look at this. 2,181 full-time developers on Ethereum, and then you go down to XRP, and I actually dispute this number, but right now they're showing just 23. I don't know how they're tabulating that, but a while back I spoke with a Ripple employee, and I was told back when they were reporting that the number was 48 on this website, and it went down, but back when it was like, I think it was 48 anyway, I was told that by a Ripple employee that Ripple on its own had more full-time XRP developers than that. So I don't know what's wrong in the way that they're reporting here, but either way, it's certainly true that the number of XRP full-time developers is going to be way less, way less than Ethereum. But that makes sense. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with XRP. It's simply because, if you have smart contract functionality, there's a lot more types of things that you can build. That doesn't mean that XRP isn't valuable as it is. And if you think XRP is valuable without that layer 1 smart contract functionality, just know the rest of the world that's speculating, they agree with you on the whole. That's why XRP is number 3 in market cap. People do value a coin that's just really good at payments. And it does have some other features, obviously. It's not like it's featureless. It's the world's first ever built-in decentralized exchange, and you can tokenize stuff. I mean, like, there's things you can do. It's just not as feature-rich in that sense as Ethereum because it doesn't have smart contract functionality. But it doesn't mean that the XRP ledger can't. And so this is the cool thing. What if you do get some of those bells and whistles additionally? That's going to attract even more developer activity. And this is, again, it is a key factor in whether or not a coin has tremendous bull run. So this is something that is indeed important to us, just as XRP holders. More developers means more XRP getting used, more attention on it, more speculation. It's the whole flywheel effect. That's why all of this matters. So yes, XRP would continue to be successful without this ever happening, but I'd like it to happen as long as it's not putting at risk that which makes XRP special. That which has made XRP stay in the top 10 coins by market cap, which is its blazing fast speed, because it settles effectively in real time. It's in 3 to 5 seconds. That's how quick a transaction is. And also, transactions are so cheap at a fraction of a penny, they might as well be free. As long as you don't screw that up, I say add all the features that you want to, but never at the expense of those core attributes. Never at the expense of that. You can't tear down all that which has resulted in XRP being viewed as so valuable and then expect it to, for sure, maintain its position in terms of market cap. And it seems like all of the validators out there and broadly speaking, the developers in the space, they get that. So I don't think that's going to get ruined. there's also always a risk when you change anything, even if it's small, that you could have some errors. You could have some bugs. And to what degree that's going to be detrimental? Well, that's why they want to take this approach. So there's this thread by Mayuka Vidari, a senior software engineer at Ripple. And here is the post on social media platform X covering just this. This is brand new. So expect things to be rolled out. And it is going to be kind of an incremental thing. But this is good. Like, we want this. We definitely want this. It's just one more thing that will ensure the long-term viability of XRP and the XRP ledger. More people developing, more stuff getting built, and XRP is used for every single one of these transactions, even if you're talking about new tokens that are the new token, well, new tokenized assets on the ledger, right? And so here's what was stated. Excited to share the Ripple X developer extensibility team's proposed vision for XRP ledger programmability. So that'd be smart contract functionality, folks. That's the direction we're heading. You'll see. So check this out. We, the RX extensibility team, envision programmability on the XRP ledger. I hate this. I got a sidebar here. I just, it really grinds my gears that when I click on, I don't know if it's going to do it again, but I click on a post in a thread, and okay, that time it didn't do it. Sometimes I'll click on it, and then it throws me to a far different spot. Like it just did it there. Look at that. I just clicked on what I wanted to read, and then it threw me to a way later part in the thread. Elon Musk, get your shit together. What is going on here? God damn it. Anyway, it really grinds my gears. All right, getting all ground up. Ground's a word now. Anyway, so here's what was stated. We, the RX extensibility team, envision programmability on the XRP ledger as the glue that seamlessly connects its powerful native building blocks with the flexibility of custom on-chain business logic. This vision focuses on preserving what makes the XRP ledger special, its efficiency, reliability, and simplicity, while empowering builders to unlock new possibilities. Okay, that I'm glad is being recognized. Now, expect that. I expected that to be recognized. Anyone at Ripple is very obviously going to understand this, but I think any developer in the space already, and certainly any validator that would vote on any changes, would certainly understand how crucial that is to XRP's position as one of the leading cryptocurrencies ever created, obviously. Anyway, and then she continues. Instead of diving headfirst into a complex smart contract protocol spec, we want to take baby steps, as David Schwartz puts it. So the first initiative, extensions or smart features. An extension is a small piece of code attached to an XRPL building block, which allows users to add some custom logic to the existing primitives. This can be very useful for projects that like the existing features of the XRP ledger, but need a minor modification to a feature to be able to use it. Feature plus extension equals smart feature. One of the XRP ledger's biggest strengths, it did it again. Elon Musk, get your shit together. Get your shit together. I'm trying to make a goddamn Moon Lambo video. Now I got to scroll up in this bitch. Here we go. Really grinding my gears. Getting ground up. All right, here it is. I found it now. I found it, guys. Don't worry, I found it. One of the XRP ledger's biggest strengths lies in its foundational building blocks, primitives like tokens, escrows, and the decentralized exchange, which offer secure, robust, native functionality. Smart features allow us to lean into these strengths by enhancing what already exists rather than replacing it. By leveraging the existing toolkit of the XRP ledger, we can unlock powerful new capabilities while maintaining the simplicity and efficiency the network is known for. Smart escrows, the first, oh my god. This is why we can't have nice, this is why we can't have nice things. I'm about to quit this damn, I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna be a damn quitter up in this bitch. Nah, I'm just kidding. Quitting's for losers. Just ask alcoholics. Anyway, Smart Escrows, the first extension. Smart Escrows will allow developers to write their own custom escrow release conditions without rebuilding the entire escrow primitive in a smart contract. I'm not even gonna start reading it down. It jumped again. It jumped again, folks. Did you see that? I'm not doing that. This is not me. This is Elon Musk. That burns my biscuits. We don't see smart features and smart contracts as mutually exclusive. Therefore, we've also published a smart contract spec outlining our ideas for how we can bring the smart contracts that everybody knows and loves to the XRP ledger in a way that makes sense for how the XRP ledger is designed. Starting with smart escrows instead of going straight to smart contracts allows us to test out the VM integration with a much smaller feature so that it's easier to protect against unforeseen errors, and any issues will be much smaller and more limited. Okay, so that's what I was talking about several minutes ago, because that's the concern. I'm all for making XRP Ledger as feature rich as you possibly can, but never at the expense of what XRP is really, really good at already. Not even to a tiny degree. Anyway, then this continues. Oh my God, I'm going to have to click on this. Don't jump, don't jump. Oh, didn't jump. Community feedback has been instrumental. Oh, that's because it was already basically at the bottom. Community feedback has been instrumental in shaping this vision. Developers across a broad variety of projects have shared valuable insights that have helped refine this approach to XRPL programmability. This collaborative process continues as we all work together to create the best path forward. Okay, so it's a little step forward, implement something, make sure it works, make sure it doesn't somehow result in disastrous ruin for the XRP ledger, and then build from there and make the XRP ledger even more feature rich. Now, again, I firmly believe that XRP will continue to be successful even without this, but it's exciting to know they're adding even more stuff. Look at the XRP ecosystem, all this crap that's getting added. I love it. I mean, and Ripple, you gotta appreciate what they're doing here. I mean, from the stablecoin to everything that they're doing and helping to push this forward now, yeah. And I wish that they would have moved forward a bit sooner. There's a bunch to be said on that, and I can make a whole separate video on that. Just with the hooks amendment that was proposed by Win like several years ago, and certain ecosystem participants were pushing against it, and then that resulted in Win, although he's still building on the XRP ledger, of course, it resulted in them creating Zahao, which is literally it's just a copy of the XRP ledger with some tweaks, but they added the hooks, the hooks amendment, which failed on the XRP ledger, failed to get passed anyway, and it's working just fine. So we probably could have had it. It's just a question of how much risk do you want to take on? Any, some, little bit, but it's gonna come. It's exciting to see this, and with XRP's legal clarity and more adoption than ever in crypto, it's an exciting time to be an XRP holder. There's never been a better time to be an XRP holder. So let me know what you think about all this. I'll be writing a very pointed letter to Elon Musk after I conclude this video. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.